Hello and welcome to episode 22 of my Let's Play Minecraft. Vanilla Minecraft. I am KHM, and as you can see, here fishing, and we're about to see, well, as you'll notice, the lights on the bottom of the pool are all off. It's because I hooked them up to a daylight sensor, and we're about to watch them all turn on in an interesting pattern. I'll pull that back so, oh, well, what do you know? Caught a fish. Okay, and it's about to go. There it goes. Okay, cool. And did I actually grab the fish, or did it just fall somewhere? Oh well, it does not matter. As you can see, we have that monstrosity. We'll cover that in a minute. For now, let's focus on the pool lights. Wait, did I turn on sound back? I don't have my headphones on now. Okay, there we go. Sound's on for Minecraft game, so you guys can hear now. I don't have my headphones on at the moment, so I can't hear squat. As you can see, I hooked this daylight sensor up. It's over here. It's two. Let's see, do I have an axe? No, I don't, so I'd have to chop through it with my bare hands. Just Chuck Norris it. Which wood doesn't really take long to chop through. Okay, as you can see, we have 2 blocks over, and then we have a NOT gate. So it's actually kind of a night sensor. And we go over to this other NOT gate, turning it back to a day sensor, which goes to this repeater. And this redstone tower, or this red torch tower thing that goes up into this swastika-like design, which creates that turning on and off pattern that you saw. Turns on and off more or less the exact same way, starting with the center and moving outward. There's an item transport tube, we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, now let's go ahead and have a look at the thing that I built up here. I was trying to turn this into a giant tree, but it just did not seem to be quite tall enough, but I still might be able to make this into a giant tree. Unfortunately, I was extremely limited with the height that I could put this at. The reason why is because I want this device to work while we're at the very bottom, while we're down at the very ground level, and we're already above the cloud level, which we're really high up. Let's have a look. See, yeah, we're almost 100 blocks up, and that probably is like 100 blocks above ground level. So let's go into this. This is actually a new mob grinder that I've been working on. We come over here, you see that I have some glass here so we can see the lava blade that I put in it. Yes, I'm using a lava blade. I stated at the beginning of the series that I hate lava blades, but I figured I'd give it another try, and it seems to be working fairly well. Okay, let's go have a look above. See, is it filled up? Okay, yeah, we have a few mobs over there about to fall in, so let's go watch them burn up. Oh, we missed one. They're not spawning right now because I'm standing here. Anyway, I have a switch on the control panel for the mob farm. It comes up to this torch here, which goes to this AND gate thing that I made. It allows me to override the control panel and turn the lights on to make it safe to go in there. Each one of these torch things is a torch tower, which goes up to a redstone lamp, which is up here. Let's go ahead and have a look inside. Yeah, okay. As you can see, we have these rather tiny spawning pads. Just 8 blocks on each side, well, on each pad, with a redstone lamp in the middle. The redstone lamp prevents spiders from spawning on these pads. And, well, these pads are kind of super efficient because mobs just only have to walk 1 block, basically, to fall into this water transport thing. There's about 320 blocks of spawning space on this level. I've extended the amount of space that I can have by using a similar thing to what I was using in the other mob grinder. But instead of stairs, I'm using half slabs, which allow it to work from any direction instead of just the one. Now, you'll notice that I have these redstone torches on top of the lamps. Now, this kind of does provide light for the room and reduce the efficiency when the redstone lamps are off. But I didn't really have much of a choice in the matter because I'm planning to put a couple of more levels on it. And to compact it as much as possible to get as many floors, well, to get as many levels working when I'm on the ground level as possible, need to have these torch towers going up to the lamps in the floor above. Although I have been kind of thinking of just saying screw it, removing all these torches and then creating another redstone wiring contraption up there, or wiring grid, whatever. Water waves are I have a width of 1 block, as you can see, so spiders would definitely not fit in them. So it's very important not to spawn any spiders. I haven't actually tried a 1-width water block before, or 1 block width canals before. So I figured I'd give it a shot this go around. And unfortunately, we can't have trapdoors because it would make a spot that I don't think the mobs could fit through, which would be bad. And which means that there's no real actual good way to perform maintenance on this. I'd have to place blocks to make my pathway and then destroy the blocks on my way back out, which is kind of annoying. So, yeah. If we go down here, this is the item transport pipe that items fall into after they've been taken from the mobs. This torch tower goes from the control panel up to the lights control. Looks kind of dark in there. And if we come down here, we see that I built 2 of these pillar things. As you can see, I left the side off this one to show there's kind of this torch tower running right through the middle of it. It goes from the control panel. That one over there is completely closed off, and that drops into the item transport pipe below. Eat some food. Check to make sure I have my feather fall boots on, and jump. Okay, we run in here. So we see that I did something interesting here. This goes to the control panel switch for the mob grinder, and above it is the torch tower. And over here we could probably see, yeah, that dark hole right there is where the items fall into this item transport pipe from the mob grinder. And so far I've been getting a fairly decent rate while I was up there. I've been idling by the fishing pond, and I seem to be getting like a stack of gunpowder per hour, which is really, really nice. And I'm loving these hoppers. Can't give enough praise for the hoppers, for them finally putting something in like this. Yeah, look at this. We got crap tons of gunpowder, lots of bones and arrows. Rotten flesh is useless, but I can throw that in a fire or something. let's see, I think that's about all the changes between episodes. Can't really remember. Anyway, there's a few interesting things I want to do this episode. Just grab some stuff for them, and we'll get to that. Okay. As you've probably known for some time now, if you put a rail down and a dispenser next to it, and put a minecart in it, oops, then when you provide the dispenser with a redstone signal, it'll pop out the minecart and place it right on the rail, which is kind of nice. But if you apply another redstone to it with the cart in front of it, it does not suck it back up. So, ever since that's come out, I've been trying to come up with a way to automatically put minecarts into dispensers. And with the new hoppers, I was kind of thinking, well, when you, let me put down the rail. When you have a minecart on a rail and you hit it a few times, you're basically causing it damage, which causes it to, to turn into an item. So I was kind of wondering, might it be possible to do the same thing with in an automated fashion? So we take that, put hopper there, making use of the new hopper system. Okay, let's see. Well, anyway, what I'm kind of getting at, or doing a really poor job of getting at, is if we take a minecart like this, push it over here, we see that I bump into it and bad shit happens. So, let's try that again without... Actually, I wonder. Oh, I wonder if this will work. Okay, so we got that there. And you see there's a little bit here sticking, and we can hit that. So what happens if we put lava up against it? Nothing. Interesting. Okay. Different corner, maybe? Oops. Nope. Okay, so I guess that's not gonna work. Oh well, it was an interesting idea. I'll go ahead and clean this up, and then we'll move on to the next little thing that I want to try. I do have an axe with me. The hell? It just duplicated my minecarts. That's interesting. It's only 10 iron. I'll just go ahead and throw them in the chest and hang on to them. Forever and ever and ever. There. Okay, now next thing I was kind of wondering, and we're going to need a baby cow for this little experiment. Let's find a couple of cows and block them in. Get out of the way. Okay. Get some light in here. Okay, now what I've been kind of wondering is, will a baby cow trigger a tripwire? Let's see. Place that there. Place that there. There we go. Looks like the answer is yes. Okay. Bummer. I was hoping I might be able to use that to tell adults from babies, but apparently not. Man, it's hard to see this. Okay, well, I'll clean up this mess now. Okay. Now, I've been kind of thinking about how I would go about making an auto cobblestone generator. I mean, one that both harvests and creates it. And I think I would need a whole lot more room than I have to work with here. Basically, what I was thinking would be to have like an obsidian chamber with a cobblestone generator, auto-generating floor, which would have to be synchronous. I have absolutely no idea how to go about making that an asynchronous system, so that'd be laggy as hell. Have the output of like this village, so the iron golems fall into the obsidian chamber, land on the cobblestone, have it be a dark room, or either have it be a dark room and have mobs spawn in it, more specifically creepers, or have another spawning chamber for them and pour the mobs from it into the chamber. The creepers would attack the iron golems, causing it to blow up the cobblestone, which would fall down into like a water stream at the very bottom of the chamber and funnel it into an item pipe. And iron golem just died. But that would require a fair bit of room, and be very inefficient, and I'd lose a lot of drops, so it might be best to make that a separate system entirely. If I do decide to build something like that. Not sure what I'm going to do. Probably won't build one. At least not here. I might connect that rail somewhere. Well, to some place and build it there. Which reminds me, I need to actually do something with that rail. I've had it for quite some time and still have not taken it anywhere. There's a number of other things, other projects I've kind of thought of. But for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording until I think of something more. Alright, I've been doing some experiments with the work in progress hopper and have discovered that a bug that was listed as fixed is indeed not so. But, you know, before we go over that, if you recall from earlier, or maybe I didn't show it out or remember, I had a double chest here for the output of the auto farm, and it got to about half full, and suddenly the farm had a very noticeable downward curve in production. After about half a day, I figured out it was because the hopper doesn't see the full double chest. It only sees the chest it's connected to. So it was, all this stuff was literally just piling up back there. So I removed it and had this brilliant idea. Let's see, I believe I can cut into this wall, show you. Basically what it was is, if I can't have a large chest there to pick up stuff, why not use a bunch of regular chests and hoppers alternating to create this really massive buffer? It seemed like a good idea at the time. And yeah, it does kind of sound like a good, reasonable idea, even now. However, I got it all the way up to the opening up there, and quickly was noticing severe increase in the output of my mob grinder. I mean, severe. I went from like a stack of gunpowder a day to half a chest in like 5 minutes. Kind of severe. After a little bit of investigation as to why this was, I discovered that the items from the mob farm seem to wind up on top of the hopper that's at the very top in such a magical way that it does not get sucked into the hopper, but the hopper keeps trying to pull a copy of it into itself, so it just simply clones 2 or 3 of them per second until the item despawns. So, until I get this bug fixed, I'm just gonna have this shut off for now. I got plenty of stuff anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Anyway, I have an experiment all set up that I wanted to do on camera. It was this. I was playing around with the hoppers and the brewing stand, and discovered that while you can't really use them to pull stuff out of the brewing stand, when you have them put stuff into it, it seems to go into the correct slot. Brewing ingredients don't go where the bottles are, and the bottles don't go where the brewing ingredients go. So I got kind of thinking, what if you did something like this? Well, took some dirt or something and just filled up every slot in your inventory. Yeah, I'm loving the inventory tweaks that they've come up with. Quite nice. Anyway, and you just kind of, spam water into the hopper there. Wait, I still have one. There we go. Ha ha! Chest here. Actually, what would be really cool would be like a hopper here that goes into a chest. Have it all set up so you could just take it and just throw it out of your inventory. Have it land in the hopper and automatically go into the chest. Ho ho ho! So while this does not fully automate the process of brewing potions, it looks like it does help. Or can help. Which is pretty sweet. And hopefully this... Wait a minute, why is the stuff still there? Okay, we got a full thing here. I can't check that. Alright, I'm gonna come down here, grab that. Oh crap, I think it may have duped. Shit. Alright, grab the bucket of water. Yeah, it duped some bottles of water. Oh well. It was a nice idea. Awkward. Water. And you know, it still does have potential. Some potential. I'm gonna go grab a few more chests. make some, I believe. Throw that in there for the moment. That one too. Okay, well, it'll certainly be nice once they have that duplication bug fixed. And I'm gonna go ahead and pause the recording while I brew up a lot of potions. And one more experiment I want to try before I check to see if I need to end this episode. Alright, continuing with the theme which we started the episode with, or at least did earlier in the episode. I've thought of another possible way we might be able to filter out baby cows from adult cows, and it would be much better than a trip line if this works. Get them all over here. And we start having them produce baby cows. Now then, if the baby cows can fit under there, then sweet. Well, there's a baby cow, and the answer is no, it cannot fit underneath that. Maybe if I go grab a half slab. Out of the way, out of the way. Oh, there's one half slab down. Oh, well, it looks like regular cows can fit under that too, so that's not going to actually tell us much. Alright. So the answer is no, this will not work. It was an interesting idea though. So, I'll go ahead and clean up my mess here. And in the meantime, I am KHM, and we'll see you in the next episode.